you have any intentions of hurting yourself?
But no, I mean, I thought about it earlier. It's like if I can't say anything, you know, but I already told everything to him. So I mean, I wanted to say it.
Don't you feel? I mean, you kind of feel that, don't you?
I was thinking the same thing. Like if I just not be able to talk, I wouldn't feel that anymore either.
Detrás de cada puerta hay una historia. Algunas puertas se abren a la esperanza, otras esconden una oscuridad inimaginable. En la tranquila ciudad de North Canton, en el estado de Ohio, Estados Unidos, la puerta del restaurante Han's Asian Cuisine, regentado por la familia Zhao, era, vista desde fuera, una puerta llena de esperanza. Los aromas de la comida que se escapaban del interior eran el símbolo del esfuerzo y el sudor de una familia de inmigrantes por hacer realidad el sueño americano. Liang Zhao y su esposa Ming-Ming Chung eran los protagonistas de este sueño. Su restaurante era conocido como un cálido negocio familiar al que acudía con gusto la población local. En el centro de este cuadro se encontraba el futuro de la familia, sus dos hijas pequeñas. La mayor iba al colegio, mientras que la pequeña Ashley Zhao, de 5 años, pasaba sus días entre este pequeño mundo, es decir, la cocina del restaurante y la casa que había justo detrás. Esa niña adorable y callada que los clientes oían de vez en cuando y veían a veces corriendo por el restaurante. Todo era como debía ser. La vida tranquila de una familia normal y corriente que miraba al futuro con esperanza. Pero toda superficie brillante tiene su lado oscuro, y la sombra de la familia Zhao era mucho más oscura y peligrosa de lo que ellos creían, porque bajo la superficie de los aromas de la comida, el ajetreo y el cuadro familiar se acumulaban el cansancio, el estrés reprimido y las profundas grietas creadas por los conflictos culturales. Y el 9 de enero de 2017 sería el día en que esas grietas se romperían y convertirían ese cálido hogar familiar en una escena del crimen escalofriante. Ese día, la cocina del restaurante Han's Asian Cuisine no sería el lugar donde se cocinaban deliciosos platos, sino donde se cocinaría el fin de la humanidad. Todo comenzó con un arrebato de ira momentáneo. La madre, Ming-Ming Chung, explicaría más tarde a la policía cómo se sentía abrumada por el estrés y el agotamiento constantes del restaurante. Y ese día, los inocentes gestos infantiles de su hija Ashley, de 5 años, que ella consideró desobediencia, encendieron una chispa en la mente de la madre, y esa chispa se convirtió en un incendio irreversible. Ming-Ming Chung se volvió hacia su propia hija, hacia ese cuerpecito, y descargó su ira en su forma más primitiva y salvaje. Golpeó repetidamente y sin piedad la cabeza de la pequeña Ashley. Imaginar lo que sucedió en esos momentos en la cocina, lo mucho que debió de asustarse esa niña, nos hiela el alma. Los golpes que recibió fueron demasiado para el diminuto cuerpo de una niña de 5 años. Ashley Zhao sufrió un traumatismo cerebral y murió en manos de su madre, desplomándose sobre el frío suelo del restaurante. Es en este momento cuando se abre el segundo, y quizás más espeluznante capítulo de la historia, porque en esa cocina había otra persona que presenció ese horrible momento en el padre, Liang Zhao. ¿Qué se espera que haga un padre cuando su hija está siendo asesinada? ¿No es protegerla con su propio cuerpo? Pero Liang Zhao no hizo nada de eso. Observó la brutalidad que se desarrollaba ante sus ojos como una sombra. Ni un grito, ni una intervención. Mientras su hija era golpeada hasta la muerte por su marido, él se limitó a quedarse parado. Era por el shock, el miedo o una indiferencia gélida. Fuera cual fuera la razón, el resultado no cambió. No movió ni un dedo para proteger a Ashley. Cuando el cuerpo sin vida de su hija yacía en el suelo, lo primero que se le ocurrió no fue llamar a la policía o a una ambulancia. Lo primero que se le ocurrió fue cómo ocultar ese terrible secreto y cómo salvar la vida que habían construido. En ese momento, el pánico dio paso a una fría complicidad. Y junto con su esposa, escondieron el cuerpo sin vida de su propia hija en un rincón oscuro del restaurante. Junto a los congeladores, ¿cuál es el secreto más oscuro de un padre? ¿Y hasta dónde pueden llegar para protegerlo? Esta historia demuestra lo terrible que pueden ser las respuestas a esta pregunta. Si no quieres perderte este tipo de análisis en profundidad, suscríbete ahora a nuestro canal y activa la campana de notificaciones para unirte a nosotros. La falsa alarma que Liang Xiao y Mingming Chun dieron al llamar al 911 se convirtió en una movilización humanitaria que envolvió a toda la ciudad de North Canton. La alarma de niña perdida llevó a cientos de personas bien intencionadas a salir al frío glacial de Ohio. Vecinos, desconocidos, otras familias, todos rastreaban los bosques y las calles con un único objetivo: en encontrar a una niña asustada y helada y devolverla a su preocupada familia. Pero esto no era más que el telón de una de las traiciones más dolorosas de la historia, porque mientras ellos buscaban a Ashley con esperanza, los padres de Ashley observaban desde sus ventanas este enorme teatro. La niña que buscaban no estaba perdida. Había sido silenciada por las dos personas que más la querían y escondida en un rincón oscuro del restaurante para los detectives experimentados. Distinguir entre el dolor real de un padre y la mentira de un delincuente es cuestión de tiempo. Las declaraciones contradictorias de la pareja llevaron las sospechas a un solo lugar, en el restaurante Ames Asian Cuisine. Y al día siguiente, el 10 de enero, la terrible verdad salió a la luz en el lugar más inesperado, junto a los congeladores de la cocina. El pequeño cuerpo sin vida de Ashley había sido escondido allí por las personas que más debían protegerla en la vida. En ese momento, no solo terminó una operación de búsqueda, sino también la fe de una comunidad en la inocencia. Liang Hao y Mingming Chun dejaron de lado sus máscaras de padres preocupados y fueron arrestados como principales sospechosos.
What happened yesterday morning?
Okay, yesterday morning, I know this doesn't sound like a big deal, but she's 5 years old and she's not potty trained, like ever. I'll explain that a little later. But so that got my wife angry, and it said a few things like, you're this old, 5 years old, you still don't know how to go potty and pooping. And well, my wife was in the room and she was outside in the living room. After she pooped and potty in a diaper, my wife knows that she has issues with potty training, so she was doing it fine, but then she took off her diaper again. So that got my wife angry. And so, you're 5 years old, you still don't know how to poop and potty. And my wife got angry and hit her head on the carpet, 2 times. And initially she was breathing. She was still breathing then. And
Did you watch? Did you see your wife do it?
yeah,
Okay.
and I was home at that time.
What time was this about?
Usually I start off at 9-ish. I can't say approximately because I don't look at the time. Oh, my wife is banging Ashley said on the carpet at 9:15. 9-ish, 9:15, I guess.
Okay, and so, right then she wasn't breathing?
No, she was breathing. She was breathing, and I was like, okay, so she's still breathing. She's okay.
Was there any blood or anything?
No, there's no blood.
Was she walking? I mean,
No, she wasn't walking. She was breathing, but she was lying down, and I thought she was going to come out of it in a little bit, So she stopped. But I didn't realize she stopped. I thought she was breathing normally now, because she was gasping, like it was. I can't really remember or recall exactly what, but it was a lot heavier than normal. So it sounded like a snore almost.
Okay.
So at that point she stopped. I thought, okay, so she's breathing normally now. So didn't really pay attention to it. And then a little later, I went to hold her and just to feel right. And I checked her heart. It stopped beating. So I started panicking and I tried to do CPR on her and try to breathe in her mouth and give her chest compressions. I don't exactly know how long I did that for. I know I did it for a pretty darn long time, maybe 15 minutes to a half an hour or something like that. And that's when we realized she's gone. Like I tried, and, you know, I told my wife, so kind of, you know, maybe if I just realized it sooner, that, you know, when she stopped breathing that snore sound, her heart stopped bleeding, her heart stopped breathing at the, her heart stopped beating at that time. Maybe I could have started compression then, it would have saved her or something. I don't know. I know that I didn't start directly right after because I thought she was breathing normally then.
When she was on the floor, you thought she was breathing?
Yeah, when she wasn't doing that snoring sound anymore, I thought she was breathing normally, and I thought she was going to come out of it in like a little bit.
How long did she lay on the floor after?
After hitting the carpet,
Yeah.
2-3 minutes, making that sound. No, it was much longer than that. We actually took her to the bathroom because she was vomiting. We took her to the bathroom and she vomited. So we vomited in the toilet, and then she got vomit all over. So we took her and rinsed her off in the bath, take her out. So she must have been breathing like that for about a good 5 minutes at least.
Okay.
At least. Because like this green stuff came out. I don't know if that makes sense, but like greenish, like light greenish tint.
Out of her vomit?
Yeah. So we took her to the bathroom and we thought maybe get rid of that. And then she got it all over herself. So we rinsed her off, took her to the living room to dress her. And she was still breathing like that for a while. So overall, probably 5.
Were her eyes open, or
She
was she responding?
Yeah, she was like you know, overall, after she hit the carpet, she was probably bleeding for another 5 to 10 minutes. You know, considering that, you know, we took her to the bathroom, had vomit on her, rinsed her off, then put clothes on her, and then let her sit there for a little while, and then I noticed that she started, you know, she was breathing irregularly again. So when I thought she was breathing regularly, and then checked her, then I realized that her heart stopped, and that's when I started doing compressions. I did for a while, and then we started panicking. We didn't know what to do. First thing that came to my mind was, I'm gonna lose JoJo, and my family's gonna fall apart.
Who's JoJo?
My older daughter.
Your oldest daughter?
Yeah.
Anytime did
JoJo's in school.
you or your wife tell each other to call 911?
I told her to go pick up JoJo, and I was gonna stay here and call 911.
Why would you pick JoJo up?
Huh?
Why would you pick JoJo up?
I was gonna tell her to go pick JoJo up, and I was gonna call 911.
Why, school wasn't over until the time, right? It wasn't early, right?
No.
Well, this is 9:15 in the morning,
Yeah.
okay. Does she not go full?
No, she goes full day. I was gonna tell my wife to go pick her up, so I was gonna call 911 and tell her that, you know, there was an accident, so my wife wouldn't be there.
So what happened?
You know, we talked about it, and
Talking about what?
she said that, you know, we're both afraid what's gonna happen if we call.
Okay.
I wanted to send her away so that, you know, I'll be there. If someone gets in trouble, it'll be me, and she'll be okay. And I kind of wish it didn't happen this way, not both of us are in really big trouble. But yeah, I wanted to send her away and, you know, call the police. But then, you know, both of us were afraid what was going to happen. If we did, we were afraid that we're going to lose our daughter, we're going to lose our family, the restaurant, the house, that we're getting everything in our lives that's, you know, that we worked so hard for the past 6 years. This was going to be gone.
Okay.
So that fear led us to, you know, like, it's an accident, so
Okay, so what happened when she's lying there, she's not breathing? What happened then?
We couldn't decide what to do, and, you know, after a while, we decided, both of us, I don't know exactly what came up with what, but, you know, we should bring her to the restaurant so Jojo can see her. So Jojo, when you guys ask her, you know, like, I was thinking maybe that wasn't a good idea, but I was thinking clearly at the time. So, you know, bring her to the restaurant so Jojo can see her, so that when we call, Jojo can say, oh, she was here at the restaurant and she left the back door at the restaurant instead of, you know, at the house. She accidentally got killed.
En esta parte, Lian cuenta el pánico que sintió al darse cuenta de que el corazón de su hija había dejado de latir. Sin embargo, admite que el verdadero motivo de su pánico no era la muerte de su hija, sino que lo primero que se le vino a la mente fue que perdería a Jojo, su otra Heiji, que su familia, su restaurante y todo por lo que había trabajado durante 6 años desaparecerían. A continuación, comienza a explicar los primeros pasos de su plan para utilizar a su otra hija, Jojo, como testigo falso. Esta sección muestra el momento de colapso narcisista de Liang Zhao. Lo que debería ser el momento más traumático para un padre se convierte para él en una crisis de autoprotección y gestión de la imagen. Falta de empatía en la muerte de su hija no es para él una pérdida trágica, sino un problema que amenaza su proyecto de vida. El hecho de que lo primero que se le ocurra sea su patrimonio y su estatus social es prueba de una profunda falta de empatía y de desconexión emocional. Prioridades narcisistas, aun cuando dice, mi familia se desintegrará. En realidad, no quiere decir, las personas que amo desaparecerán, sino, la estructura que me define, el símbolo de mi éxito, se derrumbará. Para él, la familia no es un vínculo afectivo, sino un indicador de éxito. El comienzo de la manipulación en el hecho de que se le ocurra tan rápidamente la idea de utilizar a su otra hija, una niña inocente, como peón para encubrir sus delitos, demuestra una personalidad manipuladora y sin límites morales.
Where were you gonna put her at the restaurant so Jojo could see her?
And, you know, at the room that she was normally in, she sleeps in there. So, Jojo will see that she's sleeping there and can verify it, and, you know, she's safe, so, and even if you ask her to take a polygraph, I don't know, if you ask a 6-year-old to take a polygraph, but a 6-year-old wouldn't lie like that, and so we didn't want Jojo to lie, so we want Jojo to see Ashley there.
Okay. So you take Ashley to the restaurant. How do you get Ashley from the apartment to the restaurant?
Put her in a car seat.
Did you carry her out to the car?
Yeah.
Did she have her jacket on?
Yes.
Okay. What color is your car?
It's a rental car, it's like black or dark gray.
Okay. So you drove that
Yes.
to the store. Was there a gentleman working on the roof?
Yes.
Your daughter, did you carry her in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They saw me.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there was 2 guys on the roof,
Mm-hmm.
working on a roof or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we brought her inside and we just laid her there. And we just continued our work. The plan was for Jojo to come home and see her there to verify that she's there. And then I would hide her up on top of the walk-in freezer. And then when we called the police at night, Jojo could verify that she was there. So.
Did you guys also make some noise when we're going out the back door because JoJo said she thought she heard a noise and her sister might have went out the back door?
No, that JoJo, she's not a liar, but she's 6. And when you lean her towards something, that's where she goes. And she's not a liar. She doesn't lie to people,
Yeah.
but she is 6. When you point her a direction, that's where she's going to go.
Well, where was JoJo? Okay, so how long did you leave Ashley laying in the bed?
I got the restaurant at 10 till about 6 or 7.
Okay.
6 or 7. She was lying there. Jojo saw her, and she said she can't tell the difference between someone that's no longer breathing and someone sleeping.
You know what happened?
And then I moved her, to the walk-in freezer, put her in that plastic container so that she wouldn't stink.
What kind of container was it?
That was plastic, those busting containers for like restaurants. And that's when we were gonna call the police, and we were hoping that the police would come here, look, and I said, we didn't expect this. We didn't know the procedure exactly what's going on. We didn't know that I was gonna come down here, take a polygraph. I was going to be asking so much questions. There was going to be so many people involved. If we knew that there was going to be like 100 people searching for maybe even more, I don't even know. I am so sorry.
What were your plans to do after maybe we quit looking for it? What were you gonna do?
We don't really know. There was 3 things. I burn it, bury it, or throw it in the ocean. Those are the only 3 things that we can think of. And we know that. I think that's probably one of the reasons. Other than the fact that there's so many reasons why I told Randy what I told Randy. But one of the reasons is Randy mentioned it, and I know, without him telling me, I know is if let's say that I went through with this and I didn't get caught, I'm going to be looking over my shoulder for I don't know how long. Because there's a dead body there, that I have to eventually get rid of. And if you put it in the ocean, the tide's going to wash it back. If you bury it, wild animals can get at it, someone can find it. If you burn it, there's a chance that someone's going to see you because it's going to be a big flame. You're not going to do it during the day, and you're going to be doing it during the night. So when you're burning a big flame at night, someone's going to see you. We thought about all of this, and honestly, we weren't really too sure on what to do after that.
Liang describe con todo detalle cómo escondió el cadáver de Ashley en un hueco sobre el congelador del restaurante. Habla de la idea de meterlo en un recipiente de plástico lleno de sal para que no oliera, de subirlo por las escaleras y de seguir trabajando en el restaurante como si fuera un día normal. También enumera las horribles opciones que barajaron para deshacerse del cadáver, como quemarlo, tirarlo al océano o enterrarlo. Esta sección demuestra que el incidente fue más un delito cometido en un momento de pánico que una operación de encubrimiento calculada y fría. Aplanamiento afectivo. El hecho de que describa el proceso de ocultar el cadáver de su propia hija de una manera mecánica e insensible, como si estuviera colocando objetos en un almacén, es un mecanismo de defensa mental contra el traumático suceso. La mente ha bloqueado por completo las emociones para protegerse del horror de la realidad. Mente centrada en la resolución de problemas. Para él, el cuerpo de Ashley es una prueba, y esta prueba es un problema que debe eliminarse. El hecho de que se centre en detalles prácticos, como poner sal para que no huela mal, demuestra que se encuentra en un modo de resolución de problemas lógico, en lugar de en un colapso moral y emocional. Esta es una característica que se observa con frecuencia en las tendencias psicopáticas.
Did you and your wife both agree on putting her there in that container?
We talked about places, and I say this is probably the best place to do it. It's well ventilated. I'm going to put salt in it. You're not going to be worried about temperature because it's cooler up there.
And it's up above where the panels are, right?
Yes.
Did you take panel off?
That was already off. We keep stuff up there. There's like our wedding pictures, everything.
Okay.
Yeah. We keep a lot of stuff up there. It's like extra storage.
So it's extra storage. So then, How'd you get up her ladder?
Yeah.
The ladder, you carried her up
Yes,
and put her body out there?
yes. Do you want me to tell you the rest?
Yeah,
So, this is being recorded, right?
Yes.
Okay. My wife, she's not a bad person. She's not, that's, I mean, you know, I married her, I wouldn't marry her if she was physically abusive in the beginning. You can see my daughter, my JoJo, she's 6 years old, we took care of both of us for 6 years. Not one time did my wife, like, physically abuse her, you know, out of anger or anything like that, you know, we spanked her, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
Correct her if
yeah, yeah.
she did something wrong.
Yeah, but nothing like, you know, oh, the bruises on her, you know, all over the place that you found on Ashley. My wife is a good person. I know it's very hard to believe, you know, seeing Ashley, but look at JoJo, you know, she's a good person. She's a good mother. She just has problems. She has problems with, Ashley because when we got her, when she was born, we didn't raise her. My mom raised her
Okay.
for 4 years, and then we got her back in June, so she's 5. We raised, I only saw my daughter for a year, you know, she's 5, so only one thing for life, more or less. I saw her when she was like 1.5 or about a month or 2. But both of us, we know my wife had this problem. In the beginning, when she started reacting like this to Ashley, not initially, not when she first came down, she was fine. I'll explain that too. But when she first started being like this to Ashley, I try to step in and stop it.
When did that start?
When my mom started telling my wife that she was doing it wrong. She was raising Ashley wrong.
Okay, how long ago was that?
About 1 month after Ashley came here, my mom came here to visit. We told her to stay away because we know, my mom knows that my wife had issues with her, and you know, it needs some time with Ashley to adjust. And you know, we talk about this constantly, and that's why it's very fresh in my mind. But that's when it started. And when it started, it was not that big of a deal. But then my mom constantly, every which way. I know I sound like I'm placing blame, but I'm just telling you what happened.
Okay.
I know I sound like I'm placing blame from, you know, from my wife's condition, but I'm just telling you what happened. You know, not just that one time. She came down, she visited, my wife let that go, that's fine. She was a little angered by that, she was a little pissed off about it. But then my wife would tell my aunt and my grandmother to tell my wife the same thing. You know, my mom would do that and tell people to constantly check up on Ashley, make sure that she's okay, stuff like that. And it would just go on forever. It was up to a point where we had to tell my mom, stop calling us. You know, don't send people here anymore. Tell grandma, stop coming here. Because we've been here for 6 years. First couple of years, my grandma almost never comes. Nobody comes visit us. My mom never calls me, ever. Like, you can check my phone records. Take up as much phone records as you like. I don't talk a lot with my mom. But then, when Ashley got here, you know, constantly calling, you know, you're doing this wrong, stuff like that, you know. Yada, yada, yada. So, that kind of got to my wife. Because, you know, it's your own daughter, and then there's your mother-in-law telling you that you're not doing it right. You're not doing it what you're supposed to do. That's one thing. And another thing is that you look at your own daughter, and you got her, she's 4, she's not potty trained. She doesn't know her last name. She doesn't know if she's a boy or a girl. I know you can't verify that, but if you want, I can tell you, you can put me back on the machine, and I can tell you that I'm telling you the truth when I'm telling you these things. You can put me back on the machine, I can tell you that when I'm telling you these things, that she's not potty trained, she doesn't know her last name, and she doesn't know if she was a boy or a girl when we got her when she was born. And the list goes on and on with these things. And I mean, she knows she's a boy or girl now because we taught her, and we taught her her last name. But initially when we got her, she didn't. And that combined with the fact that my mom keeps telling my wife, you know, she's doing it wrong, and then we see how Ashley was actually raised.
Uno de los momentos más importantes del interrogatorio, Lian comienza a defender que su esposa Min Min no es una mala persona, y que es una buena madre. Culpa de los hechos a su suegra, que critica constantemente a su esposa, y a la víctima, Ashley, que no aprendió a ir al baño y no se comporta como una niña normal. Explica con detalle por qué entregó a Ashley a su madre para que la criara y los problemas que tuvieron cuando la recuperaron. Se trata de la forma más pura de racionalización encubrimiento con la lógica y del mecanismo de proyección de la culpa. Lian crea una cadena de excusas para minimizar tanto su responsabilidad como la de su esposa. Foco de control externo, external locus of control. Se niega a asumir la responsabilidad de los acontecimientos de su vida. Según él, todo es consecuencia de fuerzas externas. Su sugar high de los defectos de la víctima. Transmite el mensaje: nosotros no lo hicimos, nos vimos obligados a hacerlo. Culpar a la víctima, victim blaming, presenta los comportamientos infantiles de Ashley como no saber ir al baño o portarse raro, como una justificación para la violencia de su madre. Este es uno de los mecanismos de defensa más comunes y primitivos que utiliza el agresor para aliviar su conciencia. Disonancia cognitiva. Por un lado, sabe que su esposa tortura sistemáticamente a sus hijas, pero, por otro, afirma que es una buena madre, lo que muestra la gran disonancia en su mente. Para resolver esta disonancia, culpa a factores externos.
Why didn't you ever report the abuse to law enforcement?
I was worried. I was scared that I was going to take my wife away.
Well, how bad? I mean, what kind of abuse are we talking?
It's not like initially so bad. If it was initially so bad, I would probably report it, but just, you know, it worked.
Escalated?
Yeah, and then at that point, I was like, she got so much bruises on her, I can't call it in anymore.
Well, would she twist her arm? Would she kick her? Would she hit her? What happened?
Pretty much all of it, you know, twist her arm, kick her, hit her.
But never touched JoJo?
No, not once. And not like, you know, oh, she just sees her and just pisses her off, you know, push her down the stairs or something. It's always when Ashley does something, and that's her trigger, you know. My mom tells my wife that she's raising kids wrong, and then every single time Ashley does something that reminds my wife of what my mom said, like, you know, her doing something not a 5-year-old should do, that's pretty much triggered. It's like, you know, like Ashley would, it's weird, she would go like this, I'll show you, yeah, I don't have anyone. And we try to get her to stand like normal, but before she would stand like this, I don't know why, I don't know where you get, I don't know what I don't know how Ashley did that, but my mom never corrected her that this is not how a person should stand. She would stand like this, on one feet, and the other one would heel up, and hands like this. We told her to put both feet down, both hands down. And she would just do that. Pretty much, we correct her, she would do it, correct her, and do it. She would do it. A lot of things. There's a lot of things that we felt that my mom had her for 4 years, that she should correct these things, because they're not normal. You know, every single time when Ashley do something like that, it would trigger my wife, because my wife would be reminded of what my mom said.
Cuando el detective le pregunta por el alcance del maltrato, Lian, aunque al principio intenta restarle importancia, acaba confesando que se trataba de torcerle el brazo, darle patadas, pegarle, y que con el tiempo fue a más. Tenía tantos moratones que ya no podía llamar a la policía. Admite su complicidad. Detalla cuáles eran los desencadenantes de su esposa, los comportamientos que le recordaban a su sugar. Esta sección revela que Lian era más un cómplice activo y un facilitador que un testigo pasivo. Desesperanza aprendida y racionalización en la expresión. Ya no podía llamar. Muestra que, a partir de cierto punto, perdió el control de la situación y, en lugar de intervenir, optó por normalizarla. El miedo a que su familia se desintegrara prevaleció sobre la seguridad de su hija. Normalización del abuso en su descripción de cómo la violencia fue escalando con el tiempo y cómo él se acostumbró a ella. Es un ejemplo típico del ciclo de violencia doméstica. Lo que al principio consideraba disciplina se convirtió con el tiempo en tortura, y él lo aceptó. Papel pasivo o agresivo. El hecho de que, en lugar de intervenir, intentara controlar la situación, muestra una personalidad pasiva que huye de la responsabilidad. En lugar de detener la violencia, se centró en eliminar los desencadenantes de la misma, lo que demuestra que volvió a culpar a la víctima y a factores externos.
I don't know. I mean, if you need more, definitely, ask me, I'll tell you whatever you need to know.
I think we covered everything.
Okay, if you think you missed something, feel free to, get in touch with me, I'll tell you whatever you need to know. Is it okay for me to ask a couple of questions, or you guys would be able to answer it? It's pretty much the same questions I tried to ask before. Would you be able to answer that? No? Oh, okay.
Go ahead, I don't know what, I can't read your mind, I don't know what questions you're asking.
It's pretty much about the future. I know you can't tell the future, but being in law enforcement, I was hoping that maybe you can answer some of these questions for me.
We can try.
Okay. Do you know what's going to happen to my wife? I mean, I understand she's going to get locked up, but is it like a regular jail, or she's going to get, institutionalized?
Well, it'll be regular jail
I mean,
right
it
now.
would just go to the regular jail.
It has to go through court and everything.
I think she needs some help. I think she needs some help.
Well, that'll be between her and her attorney and and the judges. That's not for us to decide.
Yeah.
And you guys know how long I'm going to get locked up for? Approximately.
I don't know.
2 years, 3 years?
I don't know.
Are we talking like decades or years?
I can't be honest with you. I'm not sure. We need to talk to our prosecutor, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Okay. So what we're gonna do?
Do I have a choice on how JoJo is raised? I can have her in foster care instead of being raised by my parents.
You don't want your family to come get her?
No, I don't want her to be raised by my parents.
Do you have any family close? No family at all? You want?
But I don't want them. I'm not close to my dad.
Well, they're probably going to see Child Protective Services right now. And that'll all be worked out later, and they will talk to you,
There's 2 people that possibly, but they don't know her. They saw her maybe like 2 times since she was born.
Are they relatives?
My sisters, they're okay people, but I still don't trust them. One of them I do, just that my mom is going to get so much access to her. I don't want that.
Well, then, I mean, and I'm sure CPS will talk to you about it, because,
Because I don't want JoJo. I mean, I know she's sick now. She's going to be probably not going to get affected by my mom like that, but still, I don't want my mom.
Do you have any intentions of hurting yourself?
No, I mean, I thought about it earlier. It's like, if I can't say anything, but I already told everything to him. So, I mean, I wanted to say it.
Don't you feel, you kind of feel better, don't you?
I was thinking the same thing, like, if I just not be able to talk, I wouldn't feel that anymore either.
So you're not thinking about hurting yourself right now?
Not at the moment. Not at the moment, I swear.
And when you say not at the moment,
But kind of,
it leads me to believe that you may later.
I don't know. I have to sort things out in my head.
All right.
Hacia el final del interrogatorio, las preguntas que formula Liang lo resumen todo. No muestra ningún signo de arrepentimiento o tristeza por la muerte de su hija. En cambio, hace preguntas totalmente centradas en sí mismo y en su futuro, como ¿qué pasará con mi esposa? ¿Cuánto tiempo estaré en la cárcel? ¿Quién cuidará de JoJo? Incluso expresa una preocupación increíblemente irónica. No quiero que la familia de mi madre críe a Jojo, porque temo que la críen como a Ashley. Esta última sección demuestra lo lejos que está Liang del arrepentimiento y el remordimiento, y que su mente funciona de forma totalmente egoísta y centrada en los resultados. Orientación a los resultados. Para él, el asunto está zanjado, solo queda evaluar los daños. Le preocupa qué castigo recibirá y cómo protegerá sus bienes restantes. Jojo. Falta de conciencia. Lack of insight. El hecho de que Jojo diga que teme que su madre lo críe como a Ashley es una trágica falta de conciencia. Todavía no se ha dado cuenta de que el problema no es su suegra, sino él mismo y su esposa. Esto demuestra lo profundamente arraigado que está el mecanismo de externalización de la culpa, negociación y regateo. En su intento de negociar su futuro con los detectives, es la prueba definitiva de que ve la situación no como un colapso moral, sino como un problema legal y logístico que hay que resolver. Y la estructura psicológica que analizamos en la sección de la sala de interrogatorios quedó completamente al descubierto. El hecho de que lo primero que le viniera a la mente a Liang Xiao fuera la desintegración de su familia y la pérdida de sus bienes demostraba que, para él, esta tragedia no era la pérdida de un hijo, sino el fracaso de un proyecto. Su propio futuro era más importante que la justicia para su hija. Por eso, llegó a un acuerdo con la Fiscalía NE a cambio de una pena más leve. Testificaría contra su esposa. El hombre que había observado pasivamente el asesinato de su hija ahora asumía un papel activo para salvar su propia vida. Al final, la justicia se hizo dentro de su propio sistema. La madre que cometió el asesinato, Ming Chun, recibió una pena de entre 22 años y cadena perpetua. Y el padre, Liang Xiao, no fue condenado por asesinato, sino por ocultación de pruebas, obstrucción a la justicia y falta de respeto a los restos mortales, por lo que recibió una pena de 12 años de prisión. Todo lo que vimos, desde su colapso narcisista, en la sala de interrogatorios hasta su mentalidad orientada a la resolución de problemas. Al cubrir el cadáver de su hija con sal y ocultarlo, demuestra que su papel en esta historia fue mucho más que el de un simple testigo. Él fue un cómplice activo de este delito. Esta historia nos ha mostrado cuánta oscuridad puede esconderse incluso en la cocina del restaurante familiar más corriente. La breve vida de Ashley Zhao terminó con la ira de una madre, pero su legado nos recordará para siempre que la inacción de un padre, su narcisismo y sus posteriores mentiras frías pueden ser tan destructivas como esos puñetazos mortales. ¿Qué opinas tú? ¿Fue la pena de 12 años impuesta a Liang Xiao una respuesta adecuada a su papel en este caso? El silencio y la complicidad de un padre son menos culpables que el propio asesinato. Comparte con nosotros tu opinión sobre la dimensión moral de este complejo caso en la sección de comentarios y debatamos juntos este difícil tema.